Yeah, fuel.
We'll announce those, but Kevin, those will be ready tomorrow morning. 7 a.m.
Tomorrow
tomorrow
morning,
morning. And that'll
7 a.m.
go till 7 p.m. And we'll keep doing that.
This is in Bradenton,
The stuff's
Florida.
going to stabilize because Tampa's open, and then you are going to see more fuel flowing. We have right now 25 Florida Highway Patrol escorts to rush in the fuel tankers from the port. And so those are being brought in to fill up the stations. Obviously, you're in a situation where if they don't have a generator, they need to get power back. Not a lot of them are using generators, even though they're supposed to have generators, but fine, we'll work through it. As of so the power numbers for 3 p.m. Total restored since the storm, 2.65 million restored. Total outstanding, 1.4 million. So that's a lot of restorations that have been done. They've had one full day to work so far, Friday, because the storm was still in the state Thursday, and then they've been working all day today. Get over 50,000 linemen pre-staged, and I was like thinking it was such a big deal that we brought them as far away from California. Turns out I was over in Hardy County, ran into a bunch of linemen from Alberta in Canada. Can you imagine that? We're bringing them in from Canada even. So those guys they were really big, strong guys doing a lot of great work. They weren't happy that Florida has the Stanley Cup and they don't, but they're out there working really hard. So from even Canada, they were brought in for this. So that's really, really good. And that's great progress on this. I know there's folks want to get up and running as soon as possible, but these guys are working really hard. So you should definitely thank these linemen when you get a chance.
Yeah, they're dealing with thousands
We're going to
of
have,
thousands
of all the
voltage.
schools districts that closed, 43
When I
of the
when I used to change out
54
the
will
electric
be
meter,
open on
smart meter,
Monday. And I'd imagine many
we
of the
handle
others
about 200
probably
something
pretty
volts.
soon after that. So 53 of the 54
40 voltage.
will be back open. We had
So we had to use
Rouse,
gauntlet, the gloves, the
comfort
rubber gloves,
station
with
at
the leather
Normal
glove.
Lloyd Park. It'll
And
have
they said it's
water,
supposed to protect
bathroom
you from
trailer,
the 1000 volt.
staff, special needs.
I was
That'll
always
be
scared when they used
that's
that glove.
momentarily that's going to be set
You
up.
never know when you get shot.
Pod at Pride Park in Manatee. Meals ready to eat, 100 personnel, light towers, first aid stations, generators, forklift, light station pump, sanitation packages, showers, latrine, etc. 29 Starlinks, truckloads of ice, all kinds of stuff that are there, as well as different things to help pet-friendly shelters. We've also completed a lot of missions for Manatee County, missions for Bradenton Beach in particular, which I know has been hit hard, and we'll continue to do that.
Yeah,
Kevin
this is Bradenton,
and
Florida.
his folks
He's giving
are
you
going to be
updates.
working with these folks in the company over at port, the Manatee Port, about resuming operations as quickly as possible. They are going to mitigate. They're going to bring in from Everglades. They're going to bring in from Tampa to be able to service this Sarasota, Manatee, and Charlotte area. But wouldn't it be good if we just got that up and running as soon as possible? So we're going to be engaging in that and working very hard to be able to get everything up and running. I'd also just point out, we got approved by the president for 100% reimbursement for 45 days, for 90 days,
90 days
for debris.
Oh, nice.
So that was very generous.
That's my President
and so
Biden.
Local governments utilize that.
That's
Let's
my
get
President
this
Biden.
moving. We're going to get 100% reimbursed to be able to do. If you wait and you take 6 months, you're not going to get the reimbursements. So we're very much urging you to take advantage of that.
100%.
That is not the norm in these storms to be able to
President
get
Biden giving
100% debris reimbursement for 90 days. So take advantage. We're going to try to do more to supplement the debris mission.
It means the twigs or branches or whatever you
on
have
that very
falling
soon.
down.
We're working with Kevin. We're working
Part
with
of the
some of our
house
other
come
assets
down.
to be able to potentially get
any
back
damages
into the
the
fight
house
on that
have and the
even
debris.
more so in a way.
They'll pay for the
That'll
hauling
get
away
us
debris.
to utilize this
100%.
90-day. But I really think that
And President
The
Biden
debris
give us
left over
90
for Helene,
days.
we thought maybe it'd be a projectile. I don't know
90
that
days
really
reimbursement.
happened. I did see debris like in the streets and stuff. It's not nice to see
He
that.
doesn't know.
But I just think getting the debris up is going to be good for morale. I think it's going to be good for bouncing back. We're coming onto a season where people are going to come down to Florida as it gets colder everywhere else. We want everything
Look at
looking
that.
spick and
It's
span.
gonna get cooler
we
everywhere
have an
else. Florida gonna be
opportunity, a
warm.
window for 90 days to really get after it. And we think it should be a
Let me see if I got any
24/7
debris
mission.
to-
We don't think it should be something that's 9 to 5. And so there's contractors, there's different local governments, and then we're going to look to see how we can supplement to really have a sense of urgency on that. Okay, Kevin Guthrie.
Yeah, let's hear from Kevin.
As the governor said, we have 90
Director.
days at 100% on Category B measures and Category measures. Category A being debris removal, 24/7 operation. There's no excuses. The governor and I have waived all of the statutes that are centered around this. I can direct permit debris management sites. Hours on trucking, driver hours, waived. Lengths and measures, weights and measures, waived. It's a full court press, 24/7 the next 90 days. Let's go get it and get after it.
Wow.
Right? If you need something, let us know.
I know what he's saying here.
We just put out a memo for my Deputy Executive Director and General Counsel, Stephanie Haupt. Tells you how to do an expedited project worksheet. We did an expedited project worksheet last week when we got the the pre-landfall deck for emergency protective measures. FEMA approved over $200 million for us in cash in our bank account within 4.5 hours. It can be done. So again,
this is all President Biden doing. This is President Biden doing all these things. He's approving everything. What a great
in your
man.
bank account, usually within hours or days.
$200 million
years
for
down the road. So I will say the FEMA administrator has been putting a lot of time and effort to make sure that those are prioritized and that we get those things done. So I want to thank her for that cooperation on that. From there, as the governor said, we're going to open up more fuel depots tomorrow.
More fuel depots will be open
in several
tomorrow.
counties. I want the people in Hillsborough, Pinellas, Sarasota, Charlotte to know the fuel is already moving. We just need an address. So we move in parallel here. We don't move in linear. We went ahead and started moving the fuel. We know where Charlotte County's at. We know where Sarasota County's at. We're going to those areas. We have already started moving. We just need those addresses, and we'll be there at 7 a.m. to open those things up.
Oh, nice.
I think you see, this is the way that we do things in Florida.
Nice.
What we want, more than anything else, and this is what actually the federal government wants. They want to be federally supported. They want to write the checks. They want to give us the money. But they want the state to manage it. And we are managing what we do in Florida. The governor has said FEMA's not in charge here. They support us, but we're in charge. And we're going to run a state-managed approach to everything that we do in the state of Florida. While the locals, Jody and Matt, her team right here in Manatee County, actually run the tactical operations. So that's what we're here to do. If she needs help, we'll support that help tactically. But again, we're here to manage this, and we're going to do the best job that we can, and we do it better than anybody in the United States. And that's because of you, sir. Thank you very much.
Who's coming back?
If you notice, our fuel stations that we're doing, normally Florida, like most states, is self-service. This is full service. You don't have to get out of your car. It's like being in New Jersey. You pull up, these guys fill up your gas for you. Well, that's what it is here. So these guys are working hard on the tankers over there, and we really appreciate that. And I know it's
free
great
gas?
to be able to have access to the fuel. So more depots coming tomorrow. We do have a lot of fuel flowing in the normal private sector. We're helping with fuel escorts to be able to get those to the gas stations as quickly as possible. So I think you're going to continue to see improvements with that. And we are, although we understand, to have
when it goes to the gas, you have to pay.
But for them to have done the 2.6+ million
but if you catch up with the truck, it's
was
free.
a lot of work.
And they don't have a billing
those guys
system.
are working really hard out on the line to help get people back. So thanks for doing that. And we're just going to keep pressing forward. Okay, any questions?
No.
Okay.